Welcome, Legion, to my review of Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is a free-roaming first-person game made by Ubisoft, and it was the first game to really have that open-world feel that Ubisoft is pretty much universally known for. It stars, or I guess you control, a guy named Jason Brody, who's kind of a spoiled rich kid, and he gets dropped on this island full of pirates led by Vass, the infamous psychopath, and one of the favorites of all the Far Cry protagonists. Not only is he combating Vass, but you're also hunting and finding skins from animals to upgrade your gear. You're fighting the elements themselves, sharks, fire still spreads like it did in Far Cry 2. It's very engaging. The issue that a lot of people had, and the issue that I sort of had, was with the main character, Jason. As you'll learn through various flashbacks in the campaign, Jason's friends are just spoiled rich kids that had to turn in bad luck. I mean, yeah, it sucks that they dropped on an island, but they're all kind of douchebags, and Jason himself is not a very likable character. He's spoiled rich, and in the beginning of the game, he's scared as any rich kid raised on trust fund baby would be. And yeah, he's a douchebag, I get it. I mean, it's hard to listen to him and his friends babble, and none of them have very good personalities. I mean, basically the same personalities you'd expect someone that's worth like $2 or $3 million to have. I'm kind of a douchebag too, so I guess it didn't bother me as much, but I could see why people didn't feel bad for Jason. However, it's his evolution as a character and him learning how to survive in this harsh environment of Far Cry, and it is harsh, that really creates this dynamic individualism that his character can lean back on. And Jason not only becomes less of a trust fund baby that's never been in any kind of danger in his life, but he becomes a survivor, a warrior. But you would never know that through the little flashbacks, right? But as you play the game in first person and you learn all these skills that you get from crafting and attacking factions and taking over different outposts, he's really the only one that evolves as a character. I mean, yeah, you rescue your friends, and yeah, they're grateful, and whatever, but they still want to get back to LA and live the spoiled, rich life and forget all about this. Jason moves as a character psychologically and emotionally, and just the way he carries himself is completely different. And being in first person and him having a voice actor, unlike Far Cry 2, really grounds you the character a lot more. The voice acting for him sucks. He's just very unlikable sounding. He doesn't sound tough at all, like you think he would sound. And his friends are just annoying rich kids that you would expect it to sound like. You do run into Dennis though, and he kind of sucks too.
Accepted, and I became a member of their tribe. They are something, aren't they?
Beautiful, most definitely.
I could have anyone I choose, but my will is set on one woman. Yeah.
Unfortunately, besides your girlfriend and I guess your friends that don't help at all, Dennis is the only contact you really have in support. The Rakyat, the people of the island, all rally behind him, which means that unfortunately you're going to have to talk to Dennis a lot. And he usually just has something super egotistic to say about wonderment and amazement and how the island's controlling people, but you'll quickly learn that things are a lot darker than they seem. As much as I really despise how, his friends interact with him, it really is... The reality is that the people on the island, both the enemy factions and the Rakyat, the people that lived on the island for 1,000 years, they're both very delusional individualism, right? Like, they think that killing these mercenaries and taking back the island will help, but, as far as I know, an island is just an island no matter what. I mean, an island environment is usually going to thrive better without people than it is with people, right? I mean, what are we doing anywhere? We're destroying environments, we're killing animals, we're screwing up the ecosystem. But, okay, back to the point. So, a lot of the things that you do are just free roam activities. You can just kill people and loot them for their money. There are safe houses that you unlock through just clearing them. You want to lead towards the stealth, aspect of this game more over than the action, because going in guns blazing in Far Cry, as tough as Jason is, and he is tough, he cannot take a lot of bullets, and foliages, once you are discovered, are useless. Also, not only that, but the animals like, I don't know, tigers, bears, and Komodo dragons will just attack you and enemies. And yeah, it's cool to see them attack enemies, and it's entertaining to see enemies get killed. They can screw you up in like 1 or 2 hits. Jason's tough, but he's not tough enough for a bear to hit him more than twice before he goes down. There are things you can craft and skins, animal skins you can grab together, kind of like Assassin's Creed, to make your things, your weapons, your armor, and your ammo pouches and your health pouches last a bit longer, but it still doesn't destroy the fact that you actually need to use stealth. Fortunately, there's a bunch of stealth weapons in the game, and the weapons that you find usually can be out for the suppressor. I would recommend grabbing the M700 sniper rifle as quick as you can. You can actually get free weapons by just climbing these radio towers, and yeah, it's kind of annoying to climb radio towers, and it's been a big joke that there's radio towers in Ubisoft games now. But, you know, it's a good way to get free weapons, because weapons are outstandingly expensive in this. Okay, back to the characters. The main person that you encounter is Voss, who is infamous as the most, like, sinister and crazy protagonist of the Far Cry series, because he's, quote, a psychopath. I didn't find him particularly scary, because he just seems like he's too smart to be scary, I guess. He goes on these long rants about individualism and all that, and it just doesn't seem very intimidating to me. The way the game ties together, and the story and the first-person narrative and the ability to drive and do anything makes Far Cry very, very well worth it to play. You can get it now on Xbox. It's actually discounted at this moment, but it's worth it. And if you like Far Cry 3, 4, and 5 are just the same. Once again, I'll see you guys later.
And your tough guy brother. We're gonna have a lot of fun together while we wait for the money.
Stop scaring the hostages. I need you to take care of the rejects.
I just hope that you two pieces of fox are more entertaining than your friends. Tata. Bye-bye. Get you every fucking time, man.